Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to transform your body and your life? I'm not talking about those polished before and after photos you see online. I'm not talking about the overnight success stories that seem too good to be true. I'm talking about the real journey, the messy, uncomfortable middle part that most people never show you. I remember a time when fitness felt completely impossible for me, and it wasn't because I didn't know what to do. I had the information, the workout plans, the diet advice. The problem was I kept waiting for the perfect moment to start. I told myself, I'll begin when life slows down, or I'll start when I finally feel motivated, or I'll get going when things feel easier. But that moment never came. Life just kept happening, and I kept waiting. The real change didn't begin with a sudden burst of motivation. It started with a quiet decision I made, a decision that wasn't filled with confidence or excitement. It was just a simple choice to begin right where I was. At first, every movement felt incredibly uncomfortable. My body resisted every stretch, every step. My mind just complained constantly, whispering every excuse imaginable, right on cue. "You're too tired," it would say. "You can skip today. This is too hard." But through that struggle, I learned something incredibly powerful. Discomfort isn't a warning sign to stop. It's actually proof that growth is happening. It's your body and mind adapting, getting stronger. I realized that consistency was far more important than intensity. Just showing up day after day mattered more than having a perfect workout every single time. It was about making a promise to myself and keeping it, no matter how small. And as my body slowly started to change, something much deeper began to shift inside me. I wasn't just exercising. I was building a foundation of self-trust. I was proving to myself that my word meant something. Each workout, no matter how imperfect, was a promise kept. Then came the focus on food. And let me be clear, this wasn't about dieting or restriction. It wasn't about creating a long list of forbidden foods. It was about awareness. I started paying attention to how different foods made me feel. I noticed that processed convenience foods didn't just drain my physical energy. They clouded my focus and zapped my motivation. They made everything feel heavier and harder. So I made a conscious choice to prioritize nourishment over convenience. It wasn't about being perfect, but about making one better choice at a time. I started fueling my body with things that gave me energy instead of taking it away. With time, as I grew stronger, I started setting goals. But these weren't goals designed to punish my body into submission. They were challenges to explore my limits and see what I was capable of. I started running distances I once believed were completely out of my reach. I began lifting weights that used to intimidate me just by looking at them. And it wasn't because the fear suddenly vanished. The fear was still there, but I learned to act anyway. I stopped letting fear be the one making the decisions for me. And honestly, the biggest transformation wasn't the one I saw in the mirror. It was the one that happened in my mind. This journey taught me discipline. It taught me perseverance. Most importantly, it taught me how to trust myself. And here's the amazing thing. When you prove to yourself over and over that you can do hard things, that you can overcome discomfort and keep going, everything in your life starts to change. That newfound confidence spills over into your career, your relationships, and your self-worth. Something else that made a huge difference was community. Finding people who understood the struggle, who could cheer you on during the tough days and celebrate the small wins, was a game changer. That support turns a lonely struggle into shared strength. It reminds you that you're not alone in this. That's why I'm sharing this story with you today. Not because it's some extraordinary tale of superhuman achievement, but because it's possible for anyone. You don't need to wait for a lightning bolt of motivation. You don't need to have a perfect plan or all the answers. You just need to start. Start small. Start imperfectly, but just start. It's never too late to begin again, to rewrite your story. The strength you're searching for, the discipline you wish you had, isn't somewhere out there. It's already inside you, waiting for you to make that first quiet decision. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, I'd love for you to subscribe and join our community. Let's keep growing together.